course, I had no expectations because it was very hard to judge how fast we can be, because I had one test only, so not too many kilometers in an F1. But after the first practice, I got along quite quick with the car, felt quite comfortable, and in the second session on new tires, I think did more or less the best out of it. And yeah, it's nice to have a result like this in the end.
Side by side, almost three abreast. Alonso goes in the inside line. Montoya keeps a watching brief. And that's Button in front of Barrichello for 10th place then.
Look at that Honda hauling easily past the Red Bull. An easy racing line then into, rippy enough line down into turn one. Button is flying.
Jenson Button, you can see, is closing up. He's having such a dogged afternoon here. Terrific racing.
This is Button then lining up the second Red Bull of the afternoon. That was relatively straightforward, wasn't it? Down there at turn 12. And now Jenson's got a fabulous opportunity to get in that slipstream and sling one up the inside of the World Championship. Look how he's getting sucked in. And Alonso's going a little bit defensive, but Jenson surely will send it right up the inside, and Alonso will say, after you. Thank you very much. Good luck. Have a nice day.
By the time that I finish, I will have 300 anyway. So.
Yeah, the problem is Rubens. Without Rubens, you can go for the record, but with him, it will be tough.
On a particularly special occasion, 257 Rubens, on behalf of everybody, thank you very much for everything you've done, and make it a good one.
A fantastic moment for me. The first pole is always much more important than the others, because when you get the first time, you're really much more happy, and it's just a surprise. So I'm really happy. I will never forget this moment. It was really fantastic for me.
Felipe Massa wins the Turkish Grand Prix.
Yes! Thank you guys, thank you. Sorry for Michael, but thank you. It's a very special day for me, thank you.
No one around here in Istanbul looks happier than Felipe Massa.
When I crossed the checkered flag, I just saw that I win. I mean, I'm here, I win the first race, and it's just amazing.
Felipe Massa takes his third victory of 2007, his second in a row here at Istanbul Park. It really is the lucky venue for Felipe Massa. He came here on Thursday and said, I own this track. The others came along to challenge him, but it turned out that he was right. He wins the Turkish Grand Prix, historically his third in a row here at Istanbul Park. Here we go, Michael Schumacher. Alonso a little bit slow there, out of turn 4, down the hill to 5. Surely Schumacher's going to get him. He's got him in his sights now on the run down to 7. Alonso takes the inside line. Schumacher forced to go around the outside, up towards turn 8 now. He won't be able to pass him through there. He'll have to think about a pass into 9. Alonso takes the best line into 8. Schumacher doesn't get the best line and gets a little bit out of shape.
Now look how much faster we are on board this Ferrari. Later on the brakes, greater speed into the apex. And then Alonso struggles for traction through the exit here.
Is he going to get into the slipstream? No, he can't. Is he going to have a go anyway? Is he going to have a go anyway? No, he's not. He wasn't quite close enough into the final corners. He'll have to basically hurl it across the corner. Here's Schumacher right off the back of Alonso across the line. No! Alonso picks up second. Michael Schumacher picks up third. What an absolutely outstanding Grand Prix.
Button, Hamilton and Massa, you can see 12 seconds covers the top 7.
My rear tyres are finished. This lap, guys. My rear tyres are done.
Understood, Lewis. Box this lap.
And Massa then, with a tremendous run.
Do it. Box now.
It's a pit stop fight now between Ferrari and McLaren. Petrov pitted early because they were concerned he may have a slow puncture. We're hearing from Ted. What a great stop.
The run on Massa.
And Massa's alongside him. But surely now Hamilton has got the high ground. He's slightly in front.
Oh yes, you see the rig wouldn't come. The lollipop man a little bit too previous on lifting it, and over he went, but luckily it didn't break anything from the looks of things. Montoya got nerfed up the back by a Jordan under braking. Luckily for Montoya, he's able to rejoin. We're coming up towards the legendary already, turn 8, the quadruple Apex corner. Here we go, pitch it in 140, Apex 1, 2, 150 miles an hour. Montoya's off the track. Montoya has made a mistake. He's gone off the racetrack, and into second place goes Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, it's pretty tough race, you know. The pits, they lifted the lollipop, and suddenly they dropped it back at the end. I think it was good that I didn't took my hand off the clutch. I managed to bring it back in straight away, and then I passed Montoya on the straight, got in front of him, braked, and he just ran in the back of me. You know, those guys, they never look.
Montoya passes me and just comes back in front of me on those braking zone. We talked so many times about not moving on the braking zone, and the first thing he does at two laps to the end, while he's fighting for second place, he just puts it in front of me.
Lewis Hamilton never won here, McLaren never won here, but they could be about to set the record straight.
Lewis, we need you to save fuel, we need you to save some fuel now. Both cars doing the same.
Jensen's closing in on me, guys. If I back off, is Jensen going to pass me or not?
No, Lewis, no.
But look at this, Button fancies a run.
It's the same place where they went together. The two Red Bulls, and Button's going through on the inside. It's going to be very, very careful. Button and Hamilton, he's got the line. He's got the line in this last corner. Hamilton's coming back at him, but Button's still there, and he's got the lead. Another dramatic change then in the Turkish Grand Prix. Down towards the first corner. Hamilton's got the inside line and retakes. They're still holding it together, and Hamilton's back in front. He's ahead of Jensen Button. He's got to do it all over again. We've just got 9 laps to go. It's the first time win for Lewis Hamilton in 2010, and Jensen Button makes it to McLaren 1-2.
It's nice to be able to switch it around and be ahead of Jensen for once, but great result, and I think we fully deserved it.
There is Webber recovering. He's been in for a puncture, and he tags the Ferrari of Michael Schumacher. He's lost his own front wing. Michael turning in. It looks to me like he had the corner, to be fair.
At some point at mid-corner, I got a bank from the rear. I haven't seen the videos about it, but I would suspect that he wasn't really next to me to take the corner.
I got really well in there in the braking area. Then I thought he's coming across, and I'm trying to get back out then, and then I couldn't get my front wheel back out from behind his rear wheel. So sometimes, even when he's in the he doesn't like to be overtaken.
Nose to tail all the way, these four, well out on their own, 28 seconds clear of the rest.
Webber's left the door wide open.
Oh dear, they've come together! Webber and Vettel have come together. That's Vettel going out, Webber going out. What was going on there? Through goes Jensen Button, ahead goes Lewis Hamilton. The two Red Bulls connect, out goes Sebastian Vettel.
Vettel's been quicker the last few laps. Mark's got him covered, and he comes through. Whose fault was that? They just seemed to merge towards each other, if anything, didn't they? A little Webber slightly left, Vettel slightly right. Sebastian Vettel went right into the side of Mark Webber. How do you read that?
Yeah, I think that Mark was holding position, and Seb's obviously tried to sort of pull over for his braking. You see Mark's left the door well open, but we'll see Sebastian deviate across towards the middle of the road, and as uncomfortable as it is to call that between those two guys, then I've got to say that there was no need for Sebastian to be pulling right there. He had the position.
What the f*** are we doing here? What a stupid action! I'm going home. You.
Yeah, it's the first time in my career that we've had a problem with a teammate, but in terms of when so much was at stake. But anyway, hopefully there'll be water under the bridge at the end of the year.
You still feel you can race him wheel to wheel?
Yeah, we will have to again.
He was already ahead. He was at least 2 meters ahead, Sebastian, and there was a corner to the left side coming, so he had to go for the line. He can't brake on the dirt, because if he would do, for sure, he knows what happens, So
to your mind, it's certainly Mark's fault?
Unnecessary, the whole situation.